Good day, ladies and gentlemen, Sanbonani, Dimasiari, Njani. Welcome to yet another edition of Tell Someone podcast. You know what we do? We tell it better than the rest. Today is a very special day for Tell Someone podcast. We are joined by a very distinguished guest, a very important person, VIP, the only doctor of education in our community. Dr. T.G. Neluvhola. Dr. T.G. Neluvhola is no stranger in the academic space of what is this? What is this region? Yeah,
Bembe West.
Bembe West. Yeah, she's no stranger in Bembe West region as someone who has given her all in terms of transforming education in this region. We decided to come and just interview her because ever since she has retired from active teaching, she did not sit down. She says, no, I want to continue to give back to my community. And that's when the Dr. T.G. Neluvhola Training Academy came about. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Dr. Neluvhola. How are you, Dr. Neluvhola?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite an honor to have you in our show. I mean, we've been trying to get her, but she's busy. Establishing an institution. It gets one to be very busy. Dr. Neluvhola, people are talking here in the streets. They are saying that you have opened another security training program and stuff like that. And then we said, no, we need to understand what Dr. T.G. Neluvhola Training Academy is all about. Take us through what is Dr. T.G. Neluvhola Training Academy?
Thank you.
Yes.
Dr. Neluvhola T.G. Training Academy is my brainchild.
Yes.
The time I was a principal at Chiawela,
yes,
I told myself, when I retire,
yes,
I need to plow back to the community.
Yeah.
By having an institution that I'll be able to teach or to allow learners to acquire skills that will help them in future, like getting employment, creating jobs, and so on. In this community, there are a lot of young adults, we call them young adults in the church.
Yeah.
They're just roaming the street without anything that they are doing. So I thought it would be wise to have an institution where we can train them and acquire skills. So this Dr. Neluvhola Training Academy has got a motto. Our motto is Pathway to Success.
Yes.
We need these young adults to succeed in life. And then we also have got a vision.
Okay.
Our vision reads as follows: to harness skills and creativity of individuals and to unleash their potentials to the fullest. Each and every individual has got a potential, which is a gift from God. So that potential needs to be developed. And we are the only people in the neighborhood who can develop that potential to the fullest. And our mission reads as follows: creating an environment that motivates and inspires learners to spread to optimism and explore into the future. So these learners, when they want training, we provide the environment where they can train. This will help them to acquire skills and to explore into the future.
No, you are hearing it from the doctor's mouth. Indeed, Dr. Neluvhola T.G. Training Academy does exist. We've just been briefed about the mission, the vision, and the motto, which I find it very inspiring, by the way. So, Doctor, please tell us, what are the long-term plans of this academy? Is this something that is just going to come today, tomorrow we don't see it, tomorrow we say, no, I don't want to be there, Timo retires, no, support, now she's here. What is happening? What are the long-term plans generally?
I don't know if I have to start with the long term plan, or should I start with what is happening?
Yeah, not even take us through everything. What is happening and what do we have to expect in the next 5 or 10 years?
Okay. Dr. Neluvhola Training Academy has got 2 wings.
Okay.
The first wing is called qualifications. We are accredited by Service Center to teach new venture creations, business practice level 1, domestic services, and computer end user. We also train GSO. We are accredited by SACETA. We are not a bogus school. We are not a fly-by-night. We are an accredited institutions. So some people are saying, no, we don't want to waste our time. This school is accredited.
Yes.
Like last time you saw people graduating. Yeah, they completed their skills program. That's why they were graduating. It was a very big function. We also invited the MEC of Education, our mayor, and so on. It was just unfortunate the mayor was committed, and the MEC gave an apology in the morning that she won't make it. But in future, we expect them to come and boost our morale.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So that is the wing of qualifications. And the second wing, it's the academic side. The school is registered with the Provincial Department of Basic Education. There is our MS number to show that we are a registered institution. We are not a fly-by-night. We admit learners from grade 8 to 10 this year. Next year it will be grade 8 to 11.
Oh, okay.
So we follow the curriculum prescribed by the Department of Basic Education.
Okay.
The only difference is that we are a Christian school and a technical school. Okay. It's one of the best around here. We don't have technical schools here. It's only Miria Baba down there in Bembe West. So around here, it's only this school. What is this technical school offering? We offer subjects like any other schools. For example, your maths, your life orientation, your English, and home language. In grade 8 and 9, we also have got the EMS, SS, and S. The only difference is that we don't teach technology. We teach 4 technical subjects instead of technology, the basics. It's mechanical technology, and then electrical technology and civil technology. Let me explain exactly what it is. When we talk of civil technology, we are talking of a learner who's learning plumbing and building.
Okay.
And when we talk of mechanical technology, they are learning the basics of how to change a tire, how to fit the battery in the car, and some minor services. So our learners must acquire those skills. And when we talk of electrical technology, we mean the changing of bulbs, the light current, you see now, changing of bulbs, fixing of plugs. These children must be aware what is happening. That is why in most of our families you find mwana ochokiwa. They don't have those skills. So if there's somebody in our home or in the homestead who can assist, will easily help that particular home. You know, around here we always look for Zimbabweans. You remember when we were having challenges, we called Zimbabweans to come and fix our appliances or whatever we're having in our homes. Because the Zimbabwean education, are you aware that is far advanced than ours?
Yeah, no, I know.
You know that, yeah. So this is what our learners are supposed to acquire, the skills. They need skills. And then in grade 8 also, grade 8 and 9, we teach them computer literacy. Why computer literacy? Because in today's world, you cannot study, you cannot operate anything without a computer. So they need that skill to operate the computer. I also organized the neighboring schools, Masindi Primary, MDR, Chiawale Secondary, Munjezi Primary, and Maila. I talked with the principals and their staff that I need 10 best learners to come here in the academy, and we taught them how to operate a computer free of charge.
Oh, that's a good gesture.
So that is Dr. Neluvhola Training Academy. You asked me about the future plans. Remember, in this school, we also teach matrics who are going to rewrite examinations. Okay. This year we were having about 18. We taught them all the subjects that they wanted us to teach them. And they sat for the examination. Some of them passed with flying colors when they write their June examinations. And then we also have got Saturday classes. Saturday classes, we teach learners from different schools. As far as World School, they come here on Saturday. And Valdesia, they come here on Saturdays to attend lessons. But there's a certain fee that they pay. So that they acquire more knowledge in different subjects. You know, when they go back to their schools, teachers are surprised of their performance. That's our Saturday school, winter school, and sometimes we conduct spring classes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay, you said something about our future plans. When you look at the western side of our yard, there is a foundation.
Yes.
That's where we're going to build workshops for these practical subjects. Because once they move to grade 10, they need to specialize either in electrical technology, in civil engineering, sorry, not engineering, but technology, and also in mechanical. When they do their practicals, we've got the workshop down there at the Arthur Filling Station. They go there for practicals. I've sent you some of the pictures in your phone. So that is our future plan. Right at the corner, we're going to have laboratory. It's just unfortunate we are disappointed. Sun Park promised to build a laboratory for us, a science laboratory, where our learners will do experiments. Remember, if they want to do experiments here, they either go down to University of Venda or to Vuan. I don't know if that Vuan center is still existing. So want to have a big laboratory where the neighboring schools can come and conduct experiments in their physical science subjects. Remember, physical science has got a lot of experiments.
No, that's true. That's true.
And apart from that, opposite to my office, there is a laboratory called Tendo Laboratory. That is a computer lab. I've applied to Vodacom so that they come and prepare a laboratory, a proper laboratory. This will be used for our learners, people from the community who wants to learn about computer, and the neighboring schools, principals, teachers. You know, most of them are computer illiterate. And in future, during the 4th Industrial Revolution, they're no more going to use papers, chalks and so on. They must have gadgets. So this is the school where we're going to prepare them.
I like the school already. I like, you know, the reason why I'm saying I like the school already is because you are really ahead of time. You are ahead of time because just in Gauteng most recently, before Mr. Banyazani Sufi can be premier, he was busy identifying schools and making sure that he boosts them with technical skills and stuff like that, preparing them for the future. Because the future is technology, ladies and gentlemen. We like it or not, the future is technology. And Dr. Neluvhola TG Training Academy is right there with the future. So I want to understand, Doctor. There are learners, I saw learners who are even going to interview some of them now. They are here, their parents have taken them here. What is the response of the parents at home? I mean, since January, the child has been here. What are they saying about these big things, that are happening to them? These learners are very like, they are receiving all this education. Some of us just wish we could just go back to school and be prepared thoroughly. So what is the response directly from the parents?
Quarterly, when we issue our report cards, we invite parents.
Okay.
We sit with them. We give individual feedback with the teachers, how their learners are progressing. The learners, the parents are very much happy with our school, very much happy. They appreciate what we are doing, more especially the Christian part. Remember, in most of the schools, they don't have assembly. They just get into their class, start with their lessons. With us here, every morning we have got a morning devotion. And we also invite the pastors from our community, different pastors. They come here and help us to conduct morning devotions. Even the learners themselves, we give them chance. So the parents were impressed. We also have got debating society.
Oh, that's good.
When we had that, we invite parents. Like last time, we invited them just to come and listen to their children expressing themselves. So the parents are very much happy about this school.
I know, that's good. So I mean, if maybe I know this school has got code of conduct and a discipline policy, how do you deal with ill discipline? Because remember, we are living in a society where these kids tend to behave in a manner that is not right, especially because now they're exposed to TV and all this. Are there strict disciplinary measures in place to deal with this? I'm not talking about corporal punishment, which, by the way, it's no longer law. It's scrapped. Well, how do you deal with such things as they arise?
Corporal punishment is completely not allowed in the school, according to department regulations.
Yes.
You know what we do? Our learners are very much disciplined.
Okay.
I'm a disciplinarian by nature.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
So what I do, for example, when we admit the learners, we interview the parents. We make an advocacy of the school rules. What are the expectations of the learners in these premises? And when we discipline, we follow those rules and procedures that would have already explained to their parents. And moreover, we also have got a homework book that they take home every day. And then they read the rules, the disciplinary measures. They know what is expected from them. If we happen to get an ill-disciplined learner, we call the learner, we talk to the learner, and remind him or her about the rules. Failing which, we go to the next step. We invite the parents. Come, let's sit down with your child. Your child is misbehaving. And then we give the learner the correct punishment.
No, that's good. The reason why I'm asking this thing of discipline is that we don't want these rotten potatoes to also make other potatoes to be rotten. And discipline is the foundation of the success of the school. Without disciplinary measures, we will not have a proper school. But I know Dr. T.G. Neluvhola from our school. She's a disciplinarian by nature. So rest assured, discipline will be enforced. You don't need to worry about your kids when they're here. They will adhere to strict codes of discipline. I want you to emphasize something, Dr. Neluvhola, about these SETA programs and how these ones from the dropouts from universities and people without matric, not university dropouts from matric, could benefit from these things, because they don't know that there is this training academy which can assist them. Can you just make an emphasis to them about these SETA programs that you are offering?
Okay. One, let me start with domestic services. You know that I'm a home economics teacher. I like home economics.
Yeah.
So those people who are interested, We train them free of charge for domestic services.
Okay.
We teach them how to clean, cooking is part of it, and then laundry is also part of it. These three main things. And there are some who want also a course in babysitting.
Okay.
We train them, and then we place them.
Okay.
Is then that we can get something from the one who would like to have a domestic worker. We advertise that we have got 3 domestic services who have done this course, and then if there's somebody who wants to employ them, they employ them, they pay a certain amount. So domestic services is free, but people are not coming for that. We have advertised it. And secondly, there's new venture, business practice. We've got a group that came here for business practice. In fact, they are employed. We got about 2 from Macros Hardware.
Okay.
We also got 4 from Alpha Filling Station, and the rest, I'm sure they were about 10. The rest, they are not employed. But we train them business practice. And we are only waiting for the moderator. The assessor has already assessed their portfolios. You know, when they come here, we teach them. We give them books where they are supposed to write. You know, the POE.
Yeah. Portfolio of evidence.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. So from there, when we say they are doing, let's say, business practice, we involve SITA, service SITA.
Yes.
And when it's GSO, we involve SASETA. Yeah. And then when it's computer literacy, we involve MICT SITA.
So you are accredited in all?
Yeah, sure.
No.
I am accredited.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the place to be when you want to cement your future in education. You don't have to not have grade 12 and think that your future is doomed. Dr. T. Neluvhola Training Academy can still assist you to further your dreams. Doctor, I want to understand, what is the selection criteria for the academy, for the grade 8, 9, and 10? What do you look for? Do you do interviews? What do you do?
When they apply, they must bring along their academic record. Let's say it's now in December. We would like to see their June results, how they performed. And then we invite them for interviews with their parents. Then when we have received the application form plus their academic record and their ID copies, we invite them for interviews, and we interview them in English and Maths only.
Okay.
English and Maths. We want to find out if they easily understand the language, because English is our medium of instruction. So if a learner cannot understand English, it's just a waste of time. And after that, after we have received those answers for interview, we place them in the proper class. Let's say it's a grade 8 learner. He or she will go to grade 8, but we know that this learner has got a problem in the language.
Okay.
So with group here, with the group that will be attending extra lessons in English. If the child is weak in mathematics, we are going to place her in a class where she is going to get extra lessons in mathematics. That's how we select our learners and place them in different categories.
So what is the damage? They call it damage per month, per quarter. I'm sure everyone wants to know. No, this is the most beautiful work. It's being done here at Dr. T. but at what cost?
Okay, with the learners that will be attending lessons here on daily basis, we don't charge them for extra lessons.
Oh,
it's free.
It's free
because they are paying on monthly basis.
Okay.
But with the learners that are coming from other schools, they want to improve the subject. We charge them 200 rand per subject.
Okay.
In each subject. They pay 200 rands.
And then these ones of monthly, they pay how much?
For the grade 8, it's 600 rands.
And then grade 9?
Grade 9, I don't have them, but I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I don't want to make mistakes.
No, we'll provide that information on the interview on just below there. Dr. Neluvhola, we are very happy to have you on this interview. We are still going to interview one of your teachers, and then the 2 learners here, and maybe a staff member, just to get an understanding of what is happening here, so that people at home can get to understand that at Dr. Neluvhola they are doing this. No, thank you very much for your time.
Can I clarify something?
Please.
There's an issue of involving pastors in the school.
Yes.
Reason number 1 for the Christian principle. Number 2 is that when we've got disciplinary problems, they are the ones who are supposed to counsel those learners. You see now? And we don't choose a pastor for the learner. We involve each and every. Last time we had 4 pastors. They just came here just to conduct a prayer meeting with us. They were from different denominations, even the ZCC, Lutheran Church, from Faith Mission, and so on. So we don't have a specific denomination. We include each and every pastor as long as he is a pastor in the community.
That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just had Dr. Neluvhola here on our first interview. We're still going to interview a teacher from this school, 2 learners, 1 female and 1 male, and then 1 staff member, because we want to give you guys a proper understanding of what exactly is happening here at Dr. T.G. Neluvhola Training Academy. But I'm thoroughly impressed. With the presentation that you have made, you've just, I now understand what is happening here at the school. And learners, people, in fact, young people from all corners of this region can benefit from the services around here. Let us take you through other interviews, Doctor. Thank you very much for having us.
Not to mention.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it again. Imagine if you are saying that you are in a training academy. Obviously, a training academy must have teachers. I'm joined here by Mr. Makhatu, aka Man O Man. This is the most familiar teacher in the entire community. If we speak English, we're talking Mr. Makhatu in Freefontein and in Chiawelo. And he's also one of those people who are gifted in terms of mentoring young people with sports. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined here by Mr. Makhatu. How are you?
I'm okay, Mr. Amako.
I am very good. This is just an honor for me. I was interviewing my former principal to now I'm interviewing my former English teacher. Mr. Makhatu, how has it been working for Dr. T.G. Neluvhola Training Academy?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amako.
Yes.
Doctor, I'm doing this at your behest. And from the educator's perspective,
yes,
so to say.
Yes.
It goes without saying that educators are the heartbeat of the country's development.
Yes.
Because their profession gives birth to lawyers, scientists, media personalities, social workers, and many others. They are a vital cog in the making of a highly educated, productive nation.
Yes.
We aspire to be.
Yes.
From the beginning of the year, I think it was the reopening of Dr. Neluvhola Training Academy on the 12th January 2022. I am a man of a brainy code, and I like the icon, our former president Nelson Mandela,
Yes.
who once said, and I quote, "It always seems impossible until it is done.
Yes.
Unquote. You know, the first day of the opening of the academy paved the way for a successful and bright future. Notwithstanding the challenges that the personnel is facing, learners have trickled in, gradually for 2022 academic year admission. The first day of the reopening started with vim and vig as a beacon of hope for this academic year. And of course, the actual teaching ran swiftly and smoothly in accordance with the timetable set for the day. Our doctor officially led the morning devotions as an attribute to this Christian school. The personnel became galvanized and invigorated to start with their lessons, following the normal timetable, with breaks in between. The following subjects inter alia: maths, natural science, technical science, computer literacy, social science, EMS, English, of course, as the medium of instruction, and technical subjects were offered to the following students who were present at that moment. That is, of course, Neluvhola 1, V1 boy, Kamuelo. The above mentioned, or the aforementioned, have set the tone because of their positive response for this academic year. Mr. Ramogo,
Yes.
with due respect.
Yes.
Staff meetings were held at intervals in order to explore all the avenues and challenges that the academy is facing presently. The staff members have agreed to work collectively in order to make some inroads in marketing effectively by putting in place some recruiting drive for new learners to be admitted. We are trying to recruit all the Doubting Thomas out there to join Dr. Neluvhola Academy camaraderie. That a feeling of friendship and trust amongst the people who work and spend a lot of time together. That's a camaraderie, if I may put it that way, with due respect, Mr. Ramako. The response from the students leveled the ground for a phenomenal and a successful environment for learning and teaching. This is a clear indication of a rosy year for the academy.
I know, when you just mentioned that word, the Doubting Thomases, I just remembered that I'm sitting next to you. So here you are responsible for teaching English. It's always English.
English and Afrikaans.
So you also offer Afrikaans here?
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
And you have not taught Afrikaans in a long time, so I'm sure you're very good.
Ja, als ik nu Afrikaans kan ik zeggen, ik verkies Afrikaans voor Engels. Ik prefer Afrikaans. Better than
I know,
English.
When the department said, no, we're scrapping out Afrikaans in public schools, Mahatu is one of the people who were not very happy. They were very unkind to that decision, but we're happy that passion has been resuscitated.
You know what, Mr. Ravi? I mean, interject. People misconstrue what happened in 1976 during the upheavals. 1976. Uprising. Afrikaans was just, used as a catalyst, something that can bring about a change. You understand? And people, had that negative attitude towards Afrikaans. But Afrikaans is ook een levende taal. You go to any infrastructure, any office, you'll find it is written Kantor office. Huh?
Yeah.
And so forth.
Yeah.
So with Ms. Meratu, I guess we tell in Africa. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just heard from one of the teachers here at Dr. TJ Neluvhola Training Academy. I mean, you can get the sense that learners are in good hands in the school. So what are you waiting for? Come and be part of the Dr. TJ Neluvhola Training Academy. Come 2023, right here at your doorstep. Mr. Mahatu, thank you very much for having me.
Not to mention, just to put an icing on top, you are my product. Thank you very much.
So
have a good day.
Is there going to be soccer here?
I don't know. That's why you can direct that question.
Yes, I am now joined by one of the learners here at Dr. TJ Neluvhola Training Academy. Today they are wearing a golf shirt, but they've got their normal nice uniform, which you'll see. But today they are wearing a golf shirt. I'm told you are writing an exam today, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Briefly tell us what is your name?
My name is Neluvhola.
Neluvhola.
Yeah.
From where?
From
Amjadzi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we said, we've got learners from Amjadzi, Maila, Tabalala, and all corners of this cluster. Tell us, how is life here? In fact, what was your previous school?
Demantford Catholic School. Demantford Catholic School.
Oh, okay. And then from there, how are you finding life this side?
I think it's very easy and you come learn easy and learning new subjects and new things every day. Yeah, I think learning more about entrepreneurship in this school. Yeah.
And the teachers, how are the teachers?
The teachers are great. They teach amazing stuff, and yeah, I really enjoy having them around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There you have it from the learner. She's happy here. She's even happy that they're even teaching her about entrepreneurship, something which our learners must know. We must teach entrepreneurship at a young age, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having you on.
Thank you.
Yeah, now I am joined by another learner who will introduce himself. What is your name, my good sir?
My name is Neluvhola.
Neluvhola. Yeah, Neluvhola, tell us, how are you finding the Dr. TJ Neluvhola Training Academy? Is everything going according to what you like?
Yeah, the school is it's really much competitive with the other schools around. It has bigger subjects and more practical things that you can learn. There are more things that you can learn from the teachers and stuff. The subjects show me a much more bigger way to see stuff, and I find it simple to learn here.
Okay, so when you came here, you knew that you were coming to the right school, or you were just taking a risk?
No, I didn't expect to come to this school. Possibly I just came here because my parents said this school has this and this, and it's much more upgraded, and it has bigger subjects, and it has teachers from the who taught from what do you call this, from the 80s and stuff. Back then, they taught back then, and they were known to teach in big ways. So I found it very interesting to come to the school.
Oh, so everything that your parents told you, you are seeing it here at school. No, that's good. No, thank you very much for having you. And I wish you well with your exams. When are you finishing your exams?
On the 30th.
On the 30th?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's good. I trust you do well. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've promised, we've just spoken to the founder, the vision bearer, Dr. TJ Neluvhola. We spoke to one of the teachers, Mr. Mahatu, who even told us about what he's doing here, teaching Afrikaans and English. And we spoke to the two learners, Uone and the other female lady,
Neluvhola and
Neluvhola and Uone, who explained that they are very delighted to be here at the Dr. TG Neluvhola Training Academy. They are learning a lot. I even went on to ask them how the transition from their previous school to here has been, and they're saying, "Oh, yeah, we wish we were here a long time ago." Now we are joined by Mr. Nemavidi here, who is also the staff member at Dr. TG Neluvhola Training Academy. Mr. Nemavidi, how are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Ramadan.
I'm doing very well. Please tell us, what are you doing here? What is your daily scope of work here at the Dr. TG Neluvhola Training Academy?
Oh, well, basically, what I do is that I work hand in hand with the doctor. And I'm sure she has mentioned when you spoke to her
Yes.
that this is a brainchild.
Yes, yes.
So since the brainchild, I take this as my sibling.
Yes.
This vision of hers.
Yes.
And then what I normally do here at the school is that I deal with both the post-matric qualifications and the higher education, which means it's the high school.
Yes, yes.
And also other things that we are doing as an institution that are going to come to light later on that we can't delve into right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't have a scope that I only focus on one thing.
You are an all-rounder here.
Yes, I'm all rounder.
Look, man, you know, as I was talking to Dr. Neluvhola, I got the gist that she's bringing the technical side of things in our community. And this is something that has been quietly, in fact, it has been overlooked by the education system for some time. So what is your take? I mean, since when we never had that technical training growing up, what is your take, in fact, on that?
I'm very excited about the route that we decided to take. I mean, there are a lot of private schools that we have in the area. And then I'm sure she also mentioned that we are the third technical school in the whole region.
She did, yes.
And Wembe is a big region.
Yeah.
So there's this perspective that has been pushed for a long time amongst black people that working with your hands deems you as dumb in society. And that's not the fact. We've worked around technical schools from Pulukwani to Tando, and then what we saw, they opened our minds to more than what we expected that we were going to do as a school. There is a lot of things that can be done, and there are a lot of things that white people are doing with the technical side of things. They don't buy anything, they manufacture their own things.
Yes.
We went to Pulukwani, I'm just forgetting the name of the school. They don't buy anything, they just create their things for their learners, you see. And then by the time they leave high school, you can decide whether you want to go to varsity or you want to start working for yourself. And as you can see, when it comes to our people, our kids are running around the streets. They're not doing anything. They're still young, they can come and enjoy. They can be trained. But the narrative that once you decide to work with your hands, you don't have the capacity and the head, which is wrong. Because for you to work with your hands, it also relies on you to be a thinker.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So we are trying to change that, especially with the young ones. They don't have to be forced to study. Not everybody's going to eat through books. Not everybody's bright in a manner of studying. Some are good with their hands. We must look at how they're doing things in Singapore. We must look at how they're doing things in China, in Eastern Europe. They are busy working with their hands. They are creating. And as you can see in the market now, we are consumers. Where are we buying this stuff from? Don't we have these minerals? Don't we have the resources that we can do these things ourselves?
You know, from what you're telling me, and from the discussion that I've just had with Dr. TG, it's a sign. You are giving me a clear picture that this child here is not an illegitimate child. This child was planned, because you are saying that you've done research in various schools and stuff like that. But and that's very important, because you need to assess what you could do right and what is it that you're doing wrong. But looking around the community of Lefontaine, where you come from, and you see all these kids, all these young people roaming around the streets without an idea of how they can, what they can do to better them. What would be your advice in light of everything that you are seeing here and learning at the school?
Advising someone is very difficult. I would rather prefer to show. You know, if I go and talk to these guys at the corners, they won't listen to me. In fact, the results might end up bad for me. So rather we start something here within the walls of the schools, and then they see. People are usually more motivated by action than words.
I agree.
So if they see the product that we are bringing out of this school, then they will come in and ask. They'll be inquisitive, like, what is really going on here? It would be better than me going out and tell them that we are doing 1, 2, 3. They won't listen. But if they see that something is changing, then they start to get worried. They start to get curious. as to what can we also do, how can we participate. This school is for the community, and as big as the vision is, we are not going to rush the vision. One of the so we're still in our infancy at Koko. So and then we are also learning other things.
Yeah.
So that by the time we are ready to walk, we will be ready, to work for the community. This is not ours. This is for the community. Even though it might seem like it's hers, no. She could have been relaxing at home. She's a retiree.
Yeah.
But the passion, the love for the community, you understand, made her stand up and say, no, I want to bring a change to my community. When she looks around, these are her kids. The parents, their offsprings. So she was it very dear to her. That's why she's not resting.
That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Mr. Namavidi, who is raising some very serious points. He's even alluding to the fact that the school right now is at an infancy stage, and also raising a very key issue that this school does not belong to Dr. T.G. Neluvhola per se. This is the school for the community. My brother, before we can just decide to call it quits here, what can you say in closing about the school, the vision, the mission, and your experience here as a staff member, as a right and left hand person to the doctor? What can you tell us?
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. That sometimes I even block it out.
Yeah.
Because I envision the future.
Yeah.
It's very bright.
It's
scary.
Yeah.
Because now if I'll focus too much on what's coming, then I might get distracted.
Yeah.
And not do what's necessary right now. But I can tell you that what we're building here, just look at what we're going to do for this community and the surrounding areas.
Yeah, no, I'm even scared. By just you mentioning that, I'm very scared and excited at the same time. I think it's about time that learners from around Vleefontein, Maila, Ntabalala, Lagos, Mwananjele get proper skilled education. Because he's right. Our education system these days teaches us to be consumers. It does not teach us to be producers. But let's see what Dr. T.G. Neluvhola Training Academy has in store for us. My brother, thank you for having you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just had Mushai Sharp. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our episode today. Really, I have learned a lot. I just wish I was 13, just to start over and just consume the education that is being dished out here at Dr. T.G. Neluvhola Training Academy. The staff, the leader, everything is just on point. The learners, the discipline. I think you need to place your children at this academy. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ramagoma Rendani, aka the SG Nda.